Hello everyone. So in this update, CityGen V version 0.6, I have implemented zoning. Zoning means we have residential zones and commercial zones and industrial zones. So we can paint zones on the roadsides, and according to the zone we paint, buildings will appear that belongs to each zone. This is the main update. Other than that, I have few other updates as well, but let me show the main thing in the game. So here, this is runtime in game, and here you see now this blue buildings represent commercial buildings, and this industrial zone building, and this residential zone. So here now you see I have added simple hard as well. This is for roads, and this is industrial, commercial, residential. So if I hit this residential zone, and here now you see once that zoning mode is active, you can see this grid appears as I move the cursor closer to the roads like this. So if I click, that part is now belongs to residential zone, and as I keep painting, buildings appear. So I'm trying the something similar to the city's skyline here, but as you can see there is no build process shown here, but that might be something I will do next. But I just want to lay the required groundwork for something similar to city's skyline. And yeah, this is a residential zone. So if blue is commercial zone and yellow is for industrial zone. Oh, I have used the wrong color. Yeah, oh no, it's right. It's like orange, yellow kind of a color. And as you can see here, even though these are like very low poly buildings, demo assets that I just created, but you see there are some variations. So I have set up ways to use a pool of static meshes for each type of building, and you can use them for each zone. You can assign like weights, everything. I will go into detail. So that this is the demonstration. All right, this is this V0.6. These are what I have done in this video. Paint zones as you just saw here, and paint per zone weighted building pools. I will explain that in a while. And autofill, yeah, that means you paint a cell, you get a building according to the zone you painted. And mesh variants per placement is set scales to give some extra randomization apart from the mesh random apart from having different meshes. And you can erase zones, so that's with the demolish tool. I'll show you. I forgot to show that in the demonstration. And the junctions over here, so that means it doesn't show the zones on other roads. So yeah, if I go enable this demolish mode, and here now I can click on these buildings, they will disappear. And if I demolish this, the underlying zone will also be gone here. See, now it's gray. That means that area has been dezoned. So if I again want to have the zone appeared here, I can paint. So yeah, that's, oh, looks like I still have some overlapping going on here, but yeah, that is totally fixable, not a problem. I will check that. But yeah, basically the system is working. So okay, so that's yeah, hard API. So I have created an API because the building placement, word generation, everything is happening in C++ side. So to communicate with that, I have created an API, so you can call them from the blueprint side. And yeah, so these are the things that I had to implement. So the zoning, and in the zoning you have zone data asset and cell grid painter, weighted building pools, autofill on paint, removal on erase, mesh variance, junction suppression. So to support this zoning feature, these are the supporting or plumbing things that I had to do. Save load system I had to update. I have to update to support buildings and so on, and demolish also, because we already had demolish tool. We just didn't have this ons before, but now this is fully supported demolishing. And random building height, that's just something additional in addition to the mesh variations. HUD API and delegates that you need to update the HUD. If you use hotkeys, then that's where you need delegates to make the HUD update according to the changes of the operations that you're doing. Yeah, and I also worked on achieving cleaner 90-degree road bends as well in related to the road network. So yeah, I didn't show you with the HUD how the road network is working, so it's just same as before. Now we have this icon, so I can click and connect the road, so it updates in a while like this. So yeah, that's pretty much all. What's next? Yeah, use CityGen zone asset. So yeah, let me show that. Yeah, let me save and stop the game. And here under buildings, these are buildings. Where are the zones? Yeah, here. This is commercial zone. So under this data asset, you can define the color for the zone. And then here, this is the building pole. So for this, you can use more than one building assets. So under one building asset, this is a commercial building asset that I have created. Here you can have mesh variations like this. Here, as you can see, I have used 5 different variations, mesh variations. And now if you have additional built-in assets, you can use it like this. And here you can define the weight as well. So the weight is to, so you can have, if you increase the weight of this built-in asset, the buildings from this asset will appear more when the buildings are spawned. That's basically it. So the reason for that is, sometimes we need some special buildings. We don't want them everywhere, but some buildings, like maybe like shops or some smaller shops, we might need them everywhere more than high taller buildings. So in case you want to have some distinctions like that, some behavior like that, you can use these weights. Right, that's it with the zone data asset. And also, yeah, this is an explanation on how to use the weights. For a suburban, you can have more townhouses and less apartments. So this is common type, this is rare type, like that. And yeah, so this is the grid that appears on the sides of the road. 4 cells deep, but this is an exposed parameter. If you want, you can customize this, how many cells that you want on the sides of the roads. So this is how it works. If once you enter painting mode, if you click on one cell, it automatically selects 4x5 cell, the adjacent cells, to make things easier. And this brush size is exposed on the player controller in case you want to have different sized brushes. So, or you can, in the UI itself, you may be able to have, like, maybe you should allow selecting cells one by one, or connect like a sort of cells depending on the selection type you have selected. So that is also possible. I have all the required functions for that. And in addition to zoning, we still have the ability to manually place buildings as well. So I haven't exposed this in the HUD. That's because I want to think about it a little bit more, because that should be enabled for like special buildings types. We already had this mod, so like this, but right now it's just the same mesh as the house. But here you see we can place buildings using this mod anywhere you want. So yeah, that mod is there, but I want to rethink and maybe like have a special building icon here, and when I select that, it should export all the special building types available, like maybe parks or fountains or whatever. I don't so like that. This I already explained. Yeah, these are the things that was a bit challenging in this version. Junction overlapping, as you saw in the demonstration, it still does require some work, but it's mostly okay now. And the accurate ground zero. So this is related to the placement, and I had some issues with when I load the game, the ground location was incorrect. That has been fixed now. And also when I demolish buildings, how the dezoning works, that is also took a while to figure out. So yeah, this is how the game looks as of now. So we are getting closer to the release, but this is already available in Patreon. So for the members, they can already access. You can already access the project files if you are a member, and this will be available soon on Fab as well. But depending on the time you watch the video, maybe this is already available. So yeah, in case you haven't seen, this is my Patreon page. So you see, to the date there are over 2000 videos released in my channel. For each video, project files are available here. That covers thousands of topics in Unreal, that in many different topics like shooters, combat AI, Niagara systems, all those things. So yeah, feel free to check it out. I'll leave the link in description below. And let me know if you have any questions, comments, ideas to implement in this city generator or anything else. Let me know in the comments. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.